your book, so the basic concept is to be the lion, right? So I noticed that you cover the 4 C's model as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, would you mind explaining that to people who don't know what that is?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, so this is the book. This is what it looks like.
Yep.
This is the
Nice.
cover we're talking about.
Lovely cover. Yep.
In terms of the 4 C's, so the 4 C's is almost like a framework for success. So I had spent a lot of time taking big action, as you know, and doing things like this. But the issue that happened when I wanted to achieve more and more success was that it was unbalanced. So I would push into the action phase, like 99-1. I would ignore my health, ignore my sleep, ignore my exercise, ignore my self-belief, and all of these different parts of life that then eventually catch up with you, and you go, this isn't really working. In certain situations, you can't just force things through.
Yeah.
It comes from actually you playing elevating yourself and playing a bigger game in all areas. And that took me a bit to realize. And so I came up with the model, the 4 C's framework. And essentially it's creation, which relates to taking action, which we love. Then conditioning, which is your mind and body, because without conditioning on a daily basis, like this is things like eating foods that are going to nourish you. This is all about self-care. This is all about hitting the gym. I do Muay Thai, every couple of days, and just getting into those patterns of behavior that are going to make you stronger, but also mentally have the discipline. So like being able to, almost like a stoic way, be able to go to that gym and just, it's on autopilot. You don't think about it. It's happening because you've got to do it, because it fulfills and sets you up as a foundation to then do all the other things that you want to do. So that's conditioning. The 3rd C is, well, it relates to certainty. So I think having certainty, like a lion is a symbol of courage and strength throughout history. If you look at a lion, it's a bold animal that has, it's certain about what it's doing. It moves in a certain direction. It's very, very strong in terms of its self-belief. And I think part of what can get ignored is if you do the first two, you almost, situations that you're going to be putting yourself into are a lot of unknown, uncertain situations. And to be able to take that right path, that authentic path for you, you need to be comfortable or get comfortable with the unknown and be able to start working on yourself. And that's not something that even entered my mind 10 years ago. I was just focused in creating the moments. Oh yeah, it worked. But actually you can go one step further and create yourself. And you, things like just flipping it from, my company should be training me, but they should be sending me on courses and all this stuff. And it's like, nah, you should be training you. You should be going out there, seeking the material that's inspiring you, getting you interested. And so it's that idea that you don't have to wait for society or the life that you're currently in to elevate yourself, to elevate your mindset, to go out and take the rest of the other stuff forward. So certainty relates to self-belief strategies. And so that's where you're really working on building that confidence and that inner self-belief that can become your rock. I wrote the book and I had those 3 C's done, and I was like, there's something missing here. It's not quite there, and it's not quite authentic to my journey. Like I'm ignoring a big part here of when things really get like out of hand or things really hit the fan. Like it's bigger than that. And so the connection piece really started to speak to me strongly. Even when writing the book, like I burned out. I was doing, I was burning the candle at both ends. I wasn't necessarily being the lion in being the lion. And in order to finish Be the Lion, I had to be the lion. It wouldn't let me finish the book without becoming. And so to Be the Lion was a journey in itself, because I was writing about the last 5 years and the techniques I'd learned to overcome big challenges and create habits. And then partway through, this piece around connection, which links to the spiritual side, so spiritual, like your inner self, your higher power, and thinking about how you can hand off problems. Sometimes problems aren't ones that you can just fix through sheer brute force. You have to be able to let go of certain things and hand them off so that you can then receive more guidance from yourself, from the universe, from this type of insight and creativity that's going to be able to allow you to flourish. And that's the glue that holds the whole thing together.
Wow.
So I've for me, it was a big part that was missing. I'd ignored it for a long time, and it came back in a really strong way, and it underpins the whole of the 4 C's. And so the point of all of that is around being balanced, because a lion has discipline. Like the lion knows when it hunts at night, right, and it rests in the day. It knows when to work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
It knows that it's got 6 times more sensitive eyes to light. So if I'm going to do well and I'm going to maximize, my results, I'm going to hunt at night, because my prey is not going to see me coming.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm at my best. I'm also going to use the female lions. They hunt together, so they can tackle bigger prey. So it's like, again, I'm going to maximize the strengths of the group, and I'm going to think not just about being an individual. Sometimes it's going to require me to work together as a pack. And other times it's going to be, discipline around, right now it's time to rest, and so I can perform better when I need to. So I liked that. Everything about a lion just seemed to feel right.
Yeah.
To get across.
Yeah, I love the whole concept of lion as well. It's just it's such a powerful animal, and it just seems to be, it's just the king of the jungle, and it just goes out there, it attacks and just gets what it wants, right? But it can also be majestic as well. It's just a true leader.
That's exactly it.